Hello and welcome to the Dukes United show on a night that Manchester United have crashed out of the Champions League with a whimper. I'm your host, Garth Lewis. Joining me, he's the chairman of the Anthony Martial Appreciation Society, the Tower of Power, Nathan the Duke Ellington. Another absolute dross performance, Nathan. I think you can agree with that.
Oh, mate, that was boring, man. I got home, and I was thinking, at least it'll be some fun. Even if it's not my team doing well, at least I'll enjoy the match from the perspective of some good football. But this is boring, man. Boring once again. It was okay. We had a little bit more fight about us trying to keep it tight. But really, come on, United, man. You know what? We don't have the ability. We just don't have the ability. There's nothing more I can say. It's nothing to do with the manager. The players are just not good enough. Simple as that. I ain't even say nothing more than that. The players are not good enough. Simple.
And I think it's on display tonight when you see that Bayern Munich team, a quality 11. Every one of them players walk into our team. And that's how far we've fallen as a club. It really, even one of those players would make our team so much better. You know what I mean? And Musiala, Davies. But let's get into the performance. I know you've got a couple of things to talk about with individual players, but overall, you've already touched on it. A somewhat better performance than what we saw against Bournemouth, at least.
Yeah, of course. We didn't get pummeled, so obviously it's going to be better. It didn't take much to play better defensively, and obviously a lot of it largely down to Varane being back in there as well. I'm sure that's not bank. I know it's a W instead of B. But yeah, I think we just wasn't good. We didn't do anything again though in attack. It is exactly the same story again. We didn't have enough to even create a clear-cut chance. Not one clear-cut chance at all. Thank you. They're all bankers. None of them football players. They're all bankers. So
merchant bankers.
Oh, it's a joke.
Yeah,
then.
I mean, we'll get into it. I mean, whilst we've had a discussion in the group, which I've disagreed on some points, I agree with your sentiment on Højlund. Scholes talked about it at half time. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but that's not what we're talking about today. Very ineffective up top. Very, very ineffective. Can we just blame surface here, or is there more to it for you?
No, but he got the ball up to him. The ball did go up to him, and obviously he was getting bullied all over the pitch today. Obviously trying to run players. You know, when you've got good players you're playing against, you can't just use the burners. We know that from Rashford already. We already know that. So it's going to take more than using burners. And you've got to have more strength. You've got to hold it up better. You've got to be able to dig your legs in, bend your legs, and don't let the guy push you. But he did bend his legs. But Upamecano just got him out of there. So it just looked like it was an easy game for Upamecano today. Obviously, we've seen Højlund play better. But my point is I was just trying to say, look, he's getting bullied today. He's getting bullied, and we didn't get any chances. He's not a player who strikes me as someone who picks the ball up and he's going to do step overs, take you on and get a good shot, do something out of nothing. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that he strikes me as. And as I was saying, he's currently at a certain level, and I can see him. He can get better. He's got room for improvement, but I can't see him going to the crazy levels that we hope he can get to. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think, you know what I mean anyway. So
no, it's fair. I just disagree on that. I do think he can, but tonight definitely didn't show. Wasn't the only man on the field though that felt well. Everyone failed to impress, to be quite honest with you. And Daz has pretty much taken my next point. Bayern had a few more gears. They didn't even try that hard. That's what it felt like all game. Bayern weren't really giving us their all, which made us look a little bit better going not even going forward, but a little bit better in possession. But when they needed to, they got the goal and they got the win, and they're going to be very happy with that as well. Do you see this Man United team ever being able to compete with the squad that we've got?
The squad we've got, we can make things happen. But here's a question for you. Yeah? I just thought of it just now. It's just come into my head just this second. Do you think Højlund could ever be as good as Lukaku?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I do. That's what I mean. That's the difference between me and you at the moment. Yeah, I've not. I think you can. Obviously, the problem I've got, Nate. The problem I've got always is you're the ex-striker, mate. So it's very hard for me to I could do it when I ain't seen your face, mate. When we're just chatting through the voice notes, little keyboard warrior. You know what I mean? But no, I do. I see he's got levels to his game that he can improve on and get much better. I mean, Daz is saying
Lukaku was a baller, by the way. Hey, he was a baller, you know. And for Belgium, and for hey, he scored goals for fun in the Prem. Even
He's
for
got,
United,
he's
West
got
Brom.
27 for us in one
I'm
season.
saying,
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
to have
Yeah, I
ability
can see
better
him.
than him, I don't know what he's got better than him at. I don't know, but
So
I
you
don't.
think Lukaku would always be a better striker? Lukaku's best. Højlund can't reach that. Is that what you're
Nah,
saying?
I don't think he can reach that. Nah.
That's fair.
Nah, Lukaku's a good player, man. He's just below world class for me. I can't see him being as good as Lukaku, man. Nah. He's not as strong. He's not got as good weak foot or as good foot. So I don't know. I can't see it. And you know what he can do, when he's given the ball in behind. We know he can as well. Højlund's got that bit about him. But I think finishing, the ability to strength boys and score goals in tight areas. We've seen a lot more, obviously. We've seen a lot more. We've seen him do it. So he's yet to come in and do it. But at the same time, I can't see him being as good as Lukaku. No. Just me, anyway.
So,
it's just my opinion.
It's fair. That's what I mean. It is fair. I don't agree with it, but it is fair. Daz is good question. Do you see Højlund in the City team bagging goals?
Yeah, of course. I think he'd score goals. Oh, he's not going to score as much as Haaland, but he would score. Obviously, any good striker, any striker who can play for City is going to score goals. So that's not difficult at all. That's not really an easy thing, hard thing to say. To put any of the strikers in the Prem that are scoring goals for fun, even normal goals, will play in there and just score tap-ins for fun. You've seen Sterling gone from like scoring maybe 7 to 8, 9 goals now, but before he's scoring 25 plus. Like, it's a ridiculous amount. You'll double your tally playing for City. Just standing in the box waiting for it to come to you and putting your foot out with your eyes closed, you'll score double. So
the problem is double of zero is still zero, mate. That's the problem. I'm not doing it. I think Højlund's got levels to come. I do. A couple of other players I want to talk about. Garnacho, a lot of hype around Garnacho at the moment because he scored a wonder goal. For me, I've been saying this for a year or two. I know you've said it. I don't see Garnacho becoming a world star either. Do you agree with that, or do you think he's got levels that he can go all the way to become a world star?
No, I can't see it. I can't see him being that level. You know what we're talking about at the level that we need to go and compete with the top of the top. I don't see him getting to a Coman level or a Sane level. That's the elites of the elites. I think he's a good player. He's obviously a step up on the Dan Jameses when the step up on them kind of players. And he's got a little bit more about him, but it's still a bit erratic. He can become more consistent. He can get a little bit better finishing, but in terms of where he can get to, I can't think in my mind of a level that I really believe, that would be amazing, if you get what I mean. I can't see it. Unlike, give you one example, when Greenwood was coming through, I could see it. Straight away, you can see the levels of abilities he's got, and you know that they're at the highest levels, if you get me, finishing at the highest levels. Pace, good pace, great ability to skill players. And create an opening for yourself. That's where you look at someone and go, that can get to world-class levels. You don't see that in Garnacho. You don't see that in Anthony. You don't see that in many of our players. And that's the problem we've got, isn't it? We've got players on the field who shouldn't be in a Man United shirt. I'm not saying Garnacho shouldn't be a Man United shirt. The point is Garnacho is getting better, but he's not going to get to, he doesn't strike me as a player who can get to the elite levels yet. Not yet.
Yeah, and just so I'll make that point as well. I'm not saying he's not a good player. It's just there's a lot of hype around it at the moment, and because we're starving for anything, we're putting a lot of pressure on his shoulders. And I don't think he's going to become like. Yeah, I know he's only 19, Dads, and Tim 1999. I agree with you. He's progressing well. I just don't see him becoming an elite player. But that's just me personally. You know what I mean? Let's get into the game a little bit more. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Is Harry Maguire going off injured a big loss for us against Liverpool on Sunday?
For me, no. I think he's done well to get him back in the side, to be in contention, to actually be playing, to not make mistakes anymore, to play how we know Maguire can play. I was happy for him that he's redeemed himself back to a normal defender rather than a laughing stock. Nobody's shouting memes at him anymore. That is something he's overcome and done really well at. But we're not going to miss him. Like Varane being there, and even if Evans is in there, I think Evans is just as good a player, if not better, with his feet, that's for sure. I think he's a better player. So, to be honest, I actually think Varane with... I think Shaw is a massive loss, more of a massive loss. But yeah, Maguire's done well. Unfortunate that we've lost him because we do need the bodies. But in terms of obviously anything else, I don't mind Evans or Maguire. It doesn't really make a difference to me, to be honest.
No, that was going to be the next one. Sure, big loss if he is out for the game. I think that's more of a loss. But so you're looking at a back line of probably Dalot, Varane, Johnny Evans, and Reguilon.
Don't you think that will play Dalot left back and then Wan-Bissaka right back or something like that?
I don't know. He looks like he's bringing Wan-Bissaka in slowly, but there is that option as well. But either Dalot or Reguilon at left back don't make much difference to me. To be quite, we're in trouble. But so first half we kept it tight-ish, but we never really had any penetration, did we, Nathan? Where did we go wrong today in that? There was no chances created again, really.
We don't have the players with the nous to be able to open teams up. When you're watching them, at least they have the nous. You see how Sane pops it in, gets it back, dribbles through the whole of our middle. He left Bruno behind quickly with a 1-2. And that's what you need. You need 1-2s and dribbling with the ball. That's why Sancho's really like a need for this kind of side. You need players who are going to pop and move and get it back and then be able to link with someone else. We don't have players who we link with, number one. But number two, we don't have players who can travel with the ball with quality, with top quality. Garnacho kind of like, he teases you with it because he's got that nice dribble. And then all of a sudden it's like, where you really need a little bit of quality, then it deserts him right at the time where we really need that extra bit of something. So yeah, there's not really penetration with an end product that when you're looking at the whole side, there's no one in the side that goes, oh my gosh, we're going to be great with him. Get him on the ball. Like even if you had a Saint-Maximin player, like even if like a Adama Traore type of player, get him the ball. I don't care how crap he is or how bad he is. He will tell you, they scare the living lights out off of you. And that's the level we're playing at right now. I'm actually screaming out for someone like that, even who has no end product, over what we've got right now. Because I'm watching the game, it's like watching paint dry, man. I'm feeling
so bad.
Yeah, I cannot watch. I didn't even watch. I actually spent more time texting the group.
We all did.
I didn't even see the second half. I'm sitting across the screen, I didn't even see it.
Listen, there's a truth. I mean, Daz, Raj, good to see you, mate. Good to see you're feeling better with that chest infection, fella. We need Greenwood for penetration, mate. Raj took the words out of my mouth. Greenwood ain't coming back, mate. He ain't coming back. He can't. No, it's done. It's done. It is done. I know there's a hope that he might, but it just isn't happening. It is too much for him. Would you really want? I know he could bring something to this team, and just quickly, because we're not going to get into it, but would you really want him back in this team at the moment with everything that will come with it? Yeah.
Well, if he got himself fit and we know what he can do football-wise, why not? But in terms of reality-wise, whether it will happen, I have no idea. It's not up to me. I don't care. No. But if we're crying out for ability like that, if he's on loan and we're only going to loan him, then whatever. It is still possible until he's sold. So that's all I can say. Whether anything changes down the line, I don't know. But end of the day, we're crying out for players like that. And like I said before, I remember mentioning this last season. I was telling you about that winger who plays for Aston Villa. He's a very good winger, and he's way better than Anthony. Nobody believed me, but he's a baller.
Well, Leon Bailey? No, I agree. It's definitely Leon Bailey because I've liked Leon Bailey. So that's one me and you agreed on. You know, when you talk about John Joe Shelby or João Felix, then we're
John Joe Shelby is better than McTominay. I'm telling you.
Come on, mate. That ain't that hard at the moment, is it? I think the fans understand tonight. One thing, they're behind the club. To be fair, it did feel like the fans were behind us. Once it gets sorted, the current situation, which it will eventually, I don't know about that. Until the Glazers are gone, I don't see it happening. So, oh, come on, Raj. We don't want to get into this. We don't want to get into this with you, mate. Yes, they can, because it's a cup competition. Anyone can. Will they? Never. Never.
Yeah, we're not talking about Arsenal today. We're not talking about Arsenal today.
Oh, Daz is getting in early with his Anthony rating of 2 out of 10.
He's unsubbing. He's unsubbing.
To be fair, he's getting a 3 out of 10 because I saw him take a man on today. I saw him take a man on. He nutmegged the fella and run with it down the line. So you've got to give him an extra point there.
That's what my son said. The son was like, he's on it today. He's nutmegged someone. He's taking someone on. I'm telling you, he's on it. And then I didn't see nothing from when after 10 minutes. I came in after 10 minutes. And I saw nothing. For nothing.
This is the problem. Like, you struggle to find things to talk. There's no positives. There really isn't any positives apart from the fact we didn't get spanked 7-0. Would you? We're out of Europe now completely. Personally, I'm glad we're not in the Europa League. Do you differ in that opinion? Would you like to have at least seen us try in the Europa League, or just concentrate on the league now?
We're not good enough to play in Europa or any Europe or even Intertoto, anything, whatever you want to call it. We're not good enough. We are just not good enough right now to even hit a barn door. We just can't. We can't do anything right now. So, like I said, we have no quality going forward at all. So until we get them players in the pitch, like we say, I can mention it many times. You got to get from defense to midfield first. You got to get from defense to midfield first while inviting everyone on you. So then you can have space in the midfield for players like Eriksen with their brains and Bruno to see people running. Now, if that ball gets to you with all the players clogging up the field, Bruno, everyone can't see people running. The players can't run because there's no one on the ball to then go, yeah, there's my timing. I've got to make my run. And then you've got players up front who are not able to create something from nothing in tight areas. So now you've got all them three things happening all through the game, and teams are just relaxing, chilling, defending against us. I love to play against United right now at this time. It would be so easy.
Mate, defenders. I mean, you mentioned something a minute ago, and this is a big thing with Man United. We have no fear factor. Teams are coming to us, and they've got like you're saying, they must be licking their lips coming up against this Man United team.
Yeah.
Does this improve? I mean, this may sound like a very stupid question because I'm sure it will, but does it improve once we get Martinez back, Casemiro,
100%.
Eriksen, Mount? Do you see our form improving?
They're back on the grass, Garth. They're back on the grass. And so is Ahmed.
Ahmed as well. Yeah.
I'm telling you now, if those four people are in the side, those four people, Martinez, with Varane, of course, Casemiro, Eriksen, and Ahmed. Oh my gosh, we are back. We will be able to create chances, even for people, the likes of Rashford can come back in the side because people will be finding them. Ahmad will find people. Hopefully, Anthony can sit back down off the bench and give Ahmad some game time. But he don't need to anyway. Ahmad will take his spot easily.
Coming back to Højlund, do we start seeing a better Rasmus Højlund with these players on the pitch as well?
100%. He'll get more chances, and then it's up to him then we'll be able to see what his finishing is like. At the moment, when we're watching games go by, and he's not even having shots. So, there's not even a cross to his head or nothing. There's nothing come to him whatsoever, and he's having to do something out of nothing. So this is what I said. He strikes me as a player who can't do something out of nothing, or he would have in the amount of games he's played now in the Prem. All them games where he hasn't scored. I don't know how many games he's played now, but it must be coming up to 10, 15. I don't know. No goals. He must be able to he needs service without. And this is what I was saying. You got a Harry Kane who needs service, but his finishing and his touch finish is so quick and fast that he probably would have got a few goals. But it's like Haaland don't have that kind of ability to hit the ball from nowhere. I remember there's games there, you watch them and you go, oh my gosh, okay. I remember when the likes of Aguero pick up the ball, and you're watching the game and you're not thinking about a goal. And then the ball's just in the back of the net. And you're like, what the heck just happened here? How the hell did he just score? How did he get through all of that and just score? This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about that I don't think he has the ability to do. He needs to rely. Like a Haaland, like we were talking about before. Haaland couldn't do at West Ham because they couldn't really supply anything. Soon as he went to a club where they're popping, the ball just can't come to him, or the ball just got to come to his head, he now gets his joy and scores goals. And then everyone's like, oh, he's okay, actually. This is what Højlund needs at United. We need us to play ball to get him the service, and then we can say what we need to say about him, because then he will be having food fed to him. Can he eat it? At the moment, he's not been given food. So,
starving.
Exactly.
Feed the Højlund and he will score. For the young'uns, that used to be a fella called Sean Gota, quality striker. Played for Man City, but I always loved him. I always loved Sean Gota. We're going to get on to Erik ten Hag in a minute, but I'm going to put you on the spot quickly. Full squad, everyone available. Who is your first 11 that you think improves this team from 1 to 11? What are you doing?
I'm going with Wan-Bissaka right back, Varane, Martinez. This is it. Shaw got to play, but there'll be times where I got to get regular on that pitch
For the
because
attacking ability.
he can go forward, man, and we need to defenders to be able to come round and help him, leave him to go forward. Even if you put him on left wing, like it's weird. You might have to do that, but anyway, let's go with Shaw left back, the same back four as normal. That's what that is. Now you've got Casemiro, and you're probably going to have to play Eriksen with Casemiro. No, I'd like to see Mount be given his chance to play with Eriksen, with Casemiro, and hopefully
Mount or Eriksen in
work.
there,
Yeah, I'd like to see it work, but if not, we know Eriksen can do that. And then the last chance is I would put Casemiro with Amrabat and let them like marshal the defense and be a two-man pivot who can both break things up and pass it to the guys who can play. You're going to have to play Bruno in the hole. I'm going to put Ahmad on the right. I put Højlund up front, and I'm probably going with Rashford on the left. That's my team, and that's what I'd have to go with. And I think we'll obviously get back to playing our proper football.
Quickly on Rashford, Steve on the Transfer Exchange show I did with him last night made an interesting point. I shut it down pretty harsh because I didn't agree with it, but maybe you will. He suggested getting rid of Bruno Fernandes because of his attitude on the pitch. Would you, maybe not sell him, but do you think maybe it's a detriment to the team, Bruno playing sometimes with his attitude? I know where Steve was coming from. I disagreed with it, but would you say maybe it's time for Bruno to step down a little bit? We play him every week and our results have not looked good, and he looks very petulant out there.
But here's the thing, yeah. This is why I always say, this is what I was trying to make the point of the Martial situation the other day as well. Be careful what you wish for. You get rid of him, you have no creativity whatsoever, and you ain't got a player who's coming in for him that's going to do what he does. So although you're losing, you're going to get rid of the petulance. You're going to get rid of him, you know, with all that nonsense. But what about all the good that he does bring? Like, you can't lose all of that and everything and then go, okay, now what? Who should we bring in now? Who are we going to use? Let's get Donny in there. Oh, but Donny hasn't done anything yet. How can we put him in? Okay, let's get who else can go in the hole? Eriksen. Yeah, let's put Eriksen in there now. Yeah. Eriksen, you're 35, lad, or 34, whatever it is. We've got no one. So how can we get rid of him unless we've got a top replacement? And there ain't no one out there better than Bruno that will come to us. Like, who's going to come? Nobody. I don't think, anyway, because he's up there with the Odegaards and with the De Bruynes in terms of creativity. So who else? Who else can we get?
I know, but it's not about. He was, I think, and this is where I got it wrong as well. He was more talking about the attitude, and his attitude stinks sometimes, and maybe you see a better performance. Yeah, you lose the creativity, but the rest of the players get better because you've got a captain leading with passion and determination.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I hope you don't as well. But yeah, I think a lot is talked about this captaincy stuff, but I don't think it makes a difference to the whole team playing and like so different because there's a captain leading the team, saying something, saying this. All the players still got to do their jobs. You should have more than one captain on the pitch anyway, and everyone should keep everyone in check. It's not like I'm the captain, so everything I say goes and everyone's got to listen to me. It doesn't work like that. I even see so much importance on the captaincy. It's so much. Not anymore. At the moment, with the team that we've got, there is no importance on who's captain because nobody really stands out, is it? Nobody. So
we do that leaders everywhere. I think Raj is trying to troll us here, mate. This season, United can finish in Europa League places for sure. I don't know about that. I feel like you're being genuine, Raj, but I feel also that that's insulting somewhere. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'll get back to you. I'm not sure either, mate. I won't.
What a joke.
Before we get into the player ratings and end this debacle of a Champions League season for us, Erik ten Hag, how much pressure is he under now? Out of the Champions League, 3-0 4 times at home this season. We've got a big game against Liverpool coming up. Ooh. Do you see him surviving after Christmas?
I'd like to hope he does because I like to think that the owners of Man United are going to be saying exactly what I think. You don't have the players that made a difference. Right now, it's Rangnick settings. That doesn't make no difference. You've got to get out of Rangnick settings so you can show what you were about last season. Play the players that you knew that changed everything for Man United last season. Play them and don't win and get battered every week, then you're off it on your bike. But until then, I just hope we don't get really battered against Liverpool, and I hope we make it respectable so that he can get through this. Because I noticed this from the start of the season. The minute we had all them injuries, I knew. I looked at the side and I said, that's Ragnick. That's Ragnick seasons. That's Ragnick settings, sorry. We're going to be in trouble for the next however many months until these boys come back. And when I heard Martinez is out till the beginning of the year, I was like, oh my, can we weather this storm? Can we? Casemiro then out? I'm like, oh my goodness me. We're definitely not going to weather the storm with these boys out. With the main boys out, Garth. How can you play our levels? We went, remember, when we lost them boys before, we went down to the levels of relegation Leeds. That's what we went down to. We were struggling against Leeds. I can't remember. I think we played Leeds twice in that week. We actually
lost one. Did we lost?
And then we beat them
up. Or did we lose one? And what? I think it was one win, but yeah.
And that was
it's bad.
They were probably better than us. Like they were probably better than us.
I'll put it on board with you, Nate. I am not Ten Hag out. I got a little bit emotional after the game against Bournemouth. I think it's time's done. But the problem is you've got to think about this analytically and logically. Be careful what you wish for, like you're saying, Marshall. We sack Ten Hag now, so if everyone's saying Ten Hag out, it's Steve McLaren until the end of the year, people. It's Steve McLaren. We're not getting a manager in. Zidane isn't coming, people. I know you think he might. Ancelotti isn't coming. I know you think he might, but no, it's Steve McLaren till the end of the season, and it's the same old dead ball. Anyway, let's get into the player ratings. I know that you're doing this on the top of your head, Nate, so it's always fun to see these. Andre Onana, big man between the sticks.
5.
I think that's
he's okay on the ball, but somehow I'm not going to blame him. Obviously, he's not going to be able to save the shot, but why he's already going down and then lost his footing again before Coman takes the shot. It beats me. He looked like he was already down. He's done it a few times this season already, and it doesn't fill you with confidence. You might as well stand there and get beat without moving rather than dropping and then going move. It's like you can't move. So yeah, it's poor.
Laurent. All right, if I pronounce this wrong, I'm so sorry. Laurent Bernardo. 2 more injuries and a bench for the kids. Not looking good going forward. Yeah, you're on the same wavelength as us, Laurent. Good to see you. Make sure you like and subscribe, mate. Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. And I think I'm going to take that tact as well. Oh, yeah, I've pulled saying can't watch Sunday. I can't watch Sunday. I'm out.
You see, all the boys trying to get out. Bruno did it first. He said, I'm going first, boys. I'm going first against Bournemouth. Yeah, and then now you see March. I knew it. I bet you Maguire's back after the weekend. He'll be back. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit better. Nice, a bit better.
Yeah. And then, I iced it. I iced it up, mate. Yeah, it just needed a bit of elevation for a few days.
Sure, like, oh, my hammy. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Maguire's out. Bruno. Yeah, listen, I'm out, mate. I'm out.
Just not feeling it. The man who's beginning to really worry me. He got a little bit better last year, but he's back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer days. Diego Dallo at right back.
Might be you know what? I'm gonna have to give him a 5 as well. I don't think he did anything today. I don't remember him going forward doing much. And like I said, I don't even think I watched the screen second half, so I don't even know what he got second half. But yeah, first half was so bad. It's so boring. Mate. Nothing, no inventiveness whatsoever. He's got good technique. He's got good engine. He's got a little bit of a step over, but there's not really much quality coming from him, man. And for what he's got, he should have much more quality going in the box, but he just doesn't.
He's not a young boy anymore either. You know what I mean? At 19, 20, I was like, oh, he's going to improve. But he has, for me, like, I can see the improvement in Wan-Bissaka. He's got better. Dallo has stayed exactly the same. So at left back, Luke Shaw today. Again, not one of his best performances.
I'll give him a 6. He is doing okay. Obviously, you didn't see him bombing up and down the left side yet. I think he obviously needs to get fitter to do that. He doesn't really strike me as someone who likes to do that too much anyway. I think he'd rather be centre defence now, so he doesn't have to do them runs up and down. But yeah, he did okay at left back. He's never gonna. He's not often going to be a big disappointment. So I'm gonna give him a 6. We lost. but he's slightly better than Dalot, I think, wasn't he? So yeah.
Lost him though, like you say, big loss now. Lost him at half time. Getting the subs for the in defence for a second. The former captain, the big man Harry Maguire, lost him in the first half, but up until then, average. I thought done all right.
Yeah, he did okay. I thought he gave away a pen. To be fair, I thought,
close,
that's a pen.
That's close.
He just kicked his foot off there. But good
seen
job.
Him give it, and a little grab as well, and a little grab around his waist. I've seen them given, mate. I've seen them given, but yeah.
I'll give him a 6. I think he was standard, nothing special, nothing bad, just a 6. I think he's all right.
Someone that I was so happy to see return and proved his quality, in my opinion. The Rolls Royce himself, Rafa Varane.
Yeah, he's quality. We know how good he is, and why he wasn't in the side for so many weeks beats me. I'm hoping that Erik ten Hag realizes, listen, I can't afford to not play you. I don't have good enough players in my squad to rest you. When you're fit, you need to be the first name on the team sheet for that defense. So yeah, I hope that he's trying to keep him safe until Martinez comes back, so he can repair them up both fit, rather than him going out for a month or two by the time Martinez gets back. But yeah, I'm giving him a 6 as well. I would have given more if I probably watched his game a lot more, but I guess 6.
No, we can't get 6. Like he was, that 6 is the best really you can give anyone today. You know, we only lost 1-0, but it was a bad performance. Like it was, like you keep saying, it's such boring football. It's what I was trying to explain last night when people are like, oh yeah, but you got this. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Watch that Bournemouth game. You'll never see a worse Man United performance. It's like the 7-0 weren't as bad as the 3-0. Our football at the moment is horrific football. Horrific. Anyway, sorry, I'll go off a tangent. Amrabat in centre midfield.
He did okay. He passed the ball around well as normal. He does what he says on the tin. He's just one of the players who just wins it and gives it, and then he expects the others with ability to go and do bits. He won challenges. He put off Sane for that chance, because when he dribbled right through, he gave him a little push. So that stopped them from scoring. So yeah, I think really done well. He didn't do well, but I guess he deserves
one of the better players.
Well. Yeah,
one of the better players on the pitch, definitely. And Amrabat growing into this Man United team as well, because some of his performances early on were very shaky, in my opinion. But we're starting to see his level, which is good quality Premier League player, in my opinion. I think. Quick comment here. Dan's getting straight in there with the McTominay as well. 4 out of 10 for McTominay, at fault for the goal, in my opinion. With that being said, let's move straight into Scotty Tuati. What are we saying?
Well, I think midfield, he can't do a thing. Probably didn't do a thing. Probably was his fault. I'll have a look, Daz. But yeah, I think I'll have to give him one more than Daz. I don't think anyone really played a 4. I think everyone kind of was just average, and then slightly below average. And I think McTominay is another one who, even if I didn't watch him, I would expect him to give me a 5. Because he's not a midfielder where he can do bits.
You're upsetting the audience, Nate. You're upsetting them. Take it down to a 4,
he's
mate.
not stopping me because I said he's a 5 out of 10. Bloody hell. No, I think he'd probably be at a 5. 4 is too low. I think 4 is when you really make massive errors. Okay, if it's his fault, then maybe, because he was on a 5. So yeah.
The way to look at this, Daz, is whatever the Duke gives, just take one off it, and that's the real score. You know what I mean? The ex-pro's got to be generous with the pros. You know what I'm saying? He was in that Sun newspaper looking for them, the Sun Dream Team scores when he was playing, mate. And like you see a 4, it's soul destroyed. It's soul destroyed. Question is, did you put yourself in the fantasy team? That's what I need to know now. I've not thought of that. Did you ever put yourself in that fantasy team?
No, I didn't. I didn't put myself in.
The captain, Bruno Fernandes.
He didn't do anything, man. Didn't do anything. Does he get a 5?
Yeah, I don't think you can give him much more than a 5, to be fair, Nate. Today I really don't.
I think he's a 5, I think he was quiet today. He didn't have much at all. I'm gonna have to give him a 5, you're right. 5. He didn't do anything. And he had that shot right over. I would have expected him to hit the target at least with that. Everything else, just nothing. Nothing
to say.
The whole game was like a nothing game. I knew when you look at the players, you know what happens when we get into the final third? We pass and then take a touch. pass and then hold it and pass. And
Slow.
they go pop back, move. And there's so many players making runs forward. We have 0 players making runs forward. I don't know what's wrong with us. I really don't know. It's like, it's standard stuff in football. How do you, even if the manager doesn't tell you, why can't you run in beyond players? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway, fine.
No, I agree. I was watching the Arsenal PSV game beforehand, and I was watching PSV play, and I'm like, oh, I forgot this is how football's meant to be played. Pass, ping, players legging forward, spaces opening up, like people offering themselves, you know what I mean? Crosses coming in. Like, they didn't do that much, in all honesty, but it was just refreshing to see a football team actually play football at speed. So, exactly. Left wing, Alejandro Garnacho. Another quiet game for him.
Quiet ones, man. He had a quiet game today. Again, he's on a 5 as well. I'm putting him on a 5. He don't deserve more than a 5. Obviously, you're not gonna kill him off, but like, he didn't do anything today. He didn't do anything, and he had chances as well. He had one. Sometimes he paced the guy, and the guy just got back at him and took the ball. And I was like, huh? How did you do that? He makes the guy, went past him again, and then got caught as well. I'm like, who is that guy at right back? Like taking the ball off you like you're a child in a candy shop. Oh no, but he got stopped.
Bullied. He got bullied today as well. Honestly, and that's when it's these performances that make me think he doesn't have something you always talk about, that footballing brain that you need to have. That's something I don't think you improve on. You know what I mean? Personally, I actually used to. He seems to be a lot of excitement, and he's one of them wingers. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be a good player. I'm not saying he isn't, but he doesn't have everything I need for me to say he should be our main winger going forward, if that makes sense. But I'm not digging the boy out at all. I'm not digging him out. Laurent, all of our attacking players got put in there. Yeah, can't argue with you, mate. Really can't argue with you.
Totally true.
That's it.
Totally true. And especially us forward, especially our striker. He got absolutely bullied.
Before we get on to him, Daz has given him a 2 out of 10. Where are you settling? Remember, his subscription is in question if you go too high on this, Nath. So what are we giving Anthony on the right wing?
You know what? From what I saw, my son was saying he was having a good game. That must have put him up to like a 6. Then he went down to a 5. He might be a 4, just because I didn't see a damn thing from him second half and he came off. I'm going to have to give him a 4. I believe he probably deserved it of a 4.
No, 100%. He had a good 12 to 15 minutes when we looked to. No, like this is just all you can ask for from him. But he did for the first 12 to 15 minutes. He looked all right. If you watch it again, go back. There's one moment about 20 minutes in, he loses the ball and he just sits on the floor and starts smashing the floor with his hands. And
it's not good enough, man. That kind of seconds wasted. It really annoys me when players do that and they bang the floor and they lose seconds. From in the game, the game's still playing and they're banging the floor on the. Oh man, it really annoys me. Yes, guys, you agreed. Finally, we got to score the same. Yes,
that's exactly what I thought, because they broke down the left end as well. Their left, obviously, our right, and I was like, if they score now, this is on Anthony 100% because he needs to be there, because now Dallow's getting overloaded down there. It was very frustrating for me to see that. Rasmus Højlund up top, man, did get bullied today. There's no question about it.
Yeah, he got bullied. It looked like he had no ideas today. Even when, the stuff that you expect him to do is bread and butter. He got there in the right place, looking to hold it up, bang on the floor, looking to he even got in the corner, stopped the ball, held it, and then he got pushed forward, and then he got pushed forward even more. Then he got pushed off the pitch. I'm like, how? How can you get done on the floor? You just dig yourself in, get lower, and you don't get moved. Why are you getting moved around the pitch like that? It's just Upamecano had him in his pocket today, and he hasn't let him out yet. He's still waiting to get in the shower. He's stuck in his pocket.
He's got a bad backup of Upamecano. He ain't going to play next week.
Look, it's one of them things, but you just want to see more quality when it comes to your striker. But even little things off the cuff, you want to see something. I thought he was one of them players who were going to score. Like the goal he scored against Milan. I think it was Milan. Was it Milan? Did we play Milan?
Oh, no, not Ireland. No. Well, he scored in Champions League. So Galatasaray.
Was it Hagan then? Or whatever it was at Old Trafford. And he ran from the halfway. Yeah. Okay, the defender who's quite slow. He paced him out and bagged it. And I was like, that's what we need to see. Something out of nothing. It went out of nothing, but you know what I mean? He opened up. Player couldn't catch him. Thinks the keeper. Lovely. And I want to see that more often. I want to see when he picks it up, can you now get at someone and make something happen? Can you get out a man, take him to the side and bang it, hit the target, like put it in the corner or something? Can we see that from you, please? It's too many games have gone by now, and I'm not seeing the levels that I want to see in terms of his finishing ability. Yeah, Copenhagen. His ability to manufacture a shot, engineer a shot out of nowhere. I want to see that. I want to see more. I can't just be sitting there going, oh, we love you, we love you. And so many games are going by and you're doing 0 in the game. I need to see more. He's working hard, lovely, amazing. Akinbaye was hard worker. He's a hard worker. Played lower levels of the game. We all loved him for his hard work and determination, but his finishing was not on point, and other stuff was not on point. But did he work hard? We don't want.
He was heartbroken last year, weren't he? First time in many years he weren't the strongest player on FIFA.
Oh, that's Akinfenwa. I'm talking about.
So you're not saying Akinfenwa. Oh, no, sorry, I thought you said Akinfenwa.
Yeah.
I do apologise. No, I honestly thought you were talking. I thought you said Akinfenwa. Yeah. Eric Ten Hag. Do you want to talk about any of the subs quickly? Aaron Wan-Bissaka,
get it.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing to say.
Nothing
Eric
really.
Ten Hag rating for the manager today.
You know what? I'll give him a higher rating than a 5 because he put in Varane. You can't give him much. Okay, you've got Højlund. It was a good side. When you look at the side, it was from what we have. It was pretty much one of the best sides you can pick. So yeah, you know what? But then we lost 1-0, didn't really have anything. For his decision making, picking the side, got to give him a 7. I think that's fair. And then for the team not really having anything, bringing on certain players, he brought on the players, he gave them a run out as well. We weren't ever going to win. We weren't going to get any better. I'm going to give him the same as the majority of the group. I'm going to bring him down to a 6 or a 5 just because we didn't win. We didn't create nothing. We didn't really give it a real go. We didn't do much. He doesn't have options, but he done pretty much the best he would ever be able to do with the squad that he's got. Yeah, 6 or 5, 5.5. Why not?
Yeah, Laurent's just about to say exactly what I was about to say. Every time I had no other options on the bench, especially after being forced with 2 subs. What I was going to add to that is, you know how far we've fallen as a club that when you're chasing for a win, you're bringing on Kobe Mainoo, a young kid who's barely played a game, and Hannibal. Like, you know you're in trouble when they're your options that you're bringing on. You know what I mean? And Dad's agreed. Dad's going with 7. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, because of the choice of the team you pick, you were like, yeah, good, okay, nice. Finally, Varane's back in. Okay, good, nice. Shaw's at left back. Yeah, okay. Got Casemiro and Thingy there. Okay, not Casemiro. What am I talking about? I'm a bit of
you wish.
Jumping the galaxy. Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we've got a lovely, easy fixture coming up away at Anfield. So for your final thoughts today, Nathan, before we go, what do you want to see from this team on Sunday? And you can't ask the big man to intervene. You can't ask the big man to intervene. He ain't a Man United fan at the moment. That much is for sure.
I need everyone to sit on their knees and put their hands out like this and say, please do not allow Man United to get whooped on Sunday. Please do not allow Man United to get whooped on Sunday. And as long as we don't get whooped, as long as we keep it below 2-0, I think we'll be okay. I think his job is okay. But seriously, I got a feeling we're probably going to be getting whooped. And I'm talking 8s, 9s. We could get 9. We could get whooped.
4 or 5s. I can see it being 4 or 5s very easily.
Lars coming with a field day.
You know, I'd like to think it's a joke saying 8s or 9s, but the way we're playing, it could.
Someone getting a hat trick. Maybe 2 people.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it's a similar performance to tonight, where we just stifle them a little bit and just don't allow them to get them goals. The comments are as positive as we are. No, Bruno Sunday, who plays the numbers 10 spot there on Arsenal. It's a good question for you.
I'm putting Donny in there. Give him a baptism of fire.
Who else have we got? Literally at the moment.
Oh yeah, but Mount is back, so he might come straight in there and get a run out, and then obviously, hopefully, not play too long.
What a game to come back to. Is he back from Mountain? Was he on the bench?
He's back on the grass. I heard he's back, but whether he's going to play, I'm not sure. They did say Mount might be back in the squad for this one, but he wasn't.
Yeah, because otherwise their only option is Hannibal. It'll be Amrabat, McTominay, and Hannibal.
You might as well just make them run around and tackle and try and just be hard to beat. That's the only way we can finish this game without, with some dignity, not getting battered like 1-0, 2-0. I think that is probably, we're not going to score, are we? We're not even going to get a shot on target. So forget about scoring. Can we at least not concede 5 or 6? That'll be a result if we do not concede 5 or 6.
So maybe a flat 3 then, McTominay, Amrabat, and Maino. No 10.
Yeah, I'd put all 3. Whoever else is in. You see now, yeah.
That's on my wavelength.
No, but seriously, yeah, we're missing Fred. Like we're missing Fred.
Yeah, I know. It's silly to say.
A long time in this. McTominay and Fred right now. McFred would have been perfect for us to just put him in, tough the beat. No goals going forward, but just tough the beat, and we'd have been all right. I don't know why we got rid of Fred when he was one of our better players last year. Actually, who was partnering up
money.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Yeah. Should have got rid of McTominay though. Should have sold him to West Ham.
We tried, didn't we? I was going to say we did everything we could, and he just wouldn't leave.
They're probably waiting for too much more money or something. We're probably waiting for more. Oh, we want another mil.
He turned West Ham down, I thought. Like we accepted 30 mil, and he was like, "No, I'm just like Maguire." They were going to give us 60 mil for Maguire and McTominay, and they both were like,
"That would have been lovely."
Yeah, it would have been able to get a few players in. But anyway, with that being said, I think that's the end of the show. What's his name?
That's the new face I've seen. Laurent. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Yeah.
That's a solid surname as well. That's a footballer's name right there.
Yeah.
Bernardo.
Nice name.
that's a champ regen name.
Bernardo, Bernardo, yeah. Oh, where are you from anyway? Where is he from with that name? Like he must be from some exotic place.
I'm going Portugal. Where are you from, Laurent?
I'm going. Nah, he's not from Portugal. He's from some kind of Caribbean place. I don't know. Dominica.
Oh,
Dominica.
He's putting that
where are you from, Laurent? Where are you from? You might be from America somewhere.
Laurent, he's gone silent now.
He's Swiss.
He's Swiss. We're starting the game now, Laurent. You've got to answer now. He's gone. We put him on the spot. He doesn't want.
He's only from England.
He's from Florida, and they've got it right. America. There we go.
There we are.
Yes. Mate, if you ever want to come on, we're open to you coming on. Feel free, or just stay in the chat. Obviously, not now because we're done. But if you see us again, come on, mate. If you want to come on, we'll give you the link straight away, and you can get it off your chest as well, mate. Good to see an American football fan out there.
Toblerone. What's his
name? Dad's already with the nicknames already coming out.
Oh, how you say his name, Laurent? Toblerone.
Toblerone. Yeah.
Okay.
With that being said, thanks to everyone who joined us. Make sure you hold up a minute, do you? Well, can you give him a message?
He lives where the Glazers live.
He's saying he lives where the Glazers. It's Miami, isn't it? That's Miami. I thought, wow, very nice.
Florida, isn't it? Miami, Florida. Yeah. Come on,
there you go. Yeah, give him a message from me, mate. Get out of our club. in the best EastEnders accent you can do. Yeah, my club.
Tampa Bay, Tampa.
Oh, he's Tampa Bay. Buccaneers fan, then, are we? I'm guessing Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's them, innit?
I love Miami. I love Miami. I love Orlando. All them places. Love going there.
I can't handle the sun, mate. This Welsh skin can't handle the sun, mate. I tell you, I fry it. Well, that all being said, it's been a pleasure. Everyone in the chat, make sure you like, subscribe, get in the comments. They are not Buccaneers saying, oh. Now you got me questioning here now. Now I've got to know, are we an NFL fan? And if so, who do we support? I'm just afraid, like, this is your life, mate. What we got?
Can't fly on 2 Glazers teams. Come on, lad. Lovely.
Fair play. Right, yeah. Make sure you get into the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with a mate, share it with your nan. She won't know what it is. Just send it to her. Gives the algorithm a boost for us. You know what I mean? And with that being said, stay safe and make sure you wash your hands like Keir says. Peace out.